A todos.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Para nosotros la lucha continúa
For us, the struggles continue
porque no hemos tenido respuesta del congresista Eric Cantor.
because we haven't got any answer from Eric Cantor's U.S. Rep. Eric Cantor.
Nosotros estamos acá una vez más
We are here once again.
porque estamos presionando
Because we are putting pressure.
Para que en el Congreso haya una votación.
So in the Congress there is a vote taking place.
Porque ya nuestras familias ya no pueden esperar más.
Because our families can't wait any longer.
Ahora nosotros tenemos una pregunta a los congresistas.
Now we have a question to our Congress people.
Después de cuando el gobierno fue cerrado.
So after the government was shut down.
¿Cuál es la excusa que van a poner los republicanos ahora?
What's gonna be their excuse now that the government is up and running?
Todavía la comunidad está esperando y cree en el sistema político de este país.
Our community is still waiting and still believe in the political system.
Porque sabemos que el sistema actual está roto y necesita ser reparado.
Even though this system is broken, the immigration system is broken, so it needs to be fixed.
Y sabemos que la reforma migratoria tiene que ser aprobado este año.
And we know the immigration reform has to pass this year.
Nosotros somos las voces de aquellas personas que no nos apoyan porque creemos en la justicia y la libertad de movimiento en este país.
Today we are here and we are the voice of those who couldn't make it here today because we believe in freedom.
Además, queremos agradecerles a todas las personas que están en oración para que se apruebe esta reforma migratoria y se lleve el voto en el Congreso, porque sabemos que tenemos los 218 votos que necesitamos para aprobar la reforma migratoria.
And we also want to thank those who are praying for us right now, and we know that we will win this struggle.
Nosotros también creemos en la oferta que hizo Obama de hacer la reforma migratoria posible este año.
And we also believe and agree with President Obama that immigration reform has to pass this year.
Pero a la vez yo creo que esta reforma tiene que ser aprobada bipartidista, donde ambos partidos políticos sean facturados por la población o la ciudadanía.
And we also believe that this immigration reform must be passed by both political parties.
Porque creemos que nosotros los inmigrantes somos un factor importante para el crecimiento de la economía de este país.
Because we, the immigrant community, are a strong building a strong economy in this country.
Así que estamos acá por una sencilla razón. Queremos salir desde la sombra y queremos que sea hoy.
So we are here for one reason. We want to get out of the shadows and we want immigration reform now.
Muchas gracias, Dios le bendiga.
Thank you very much and God bless you.
Now!
What do we want?
Immigration reform!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Immigration reform!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Immigration reform!
When?
Now!
When?
Now!
When?
Now!
When?
Now!
Woo!
Woo!
Education, not deportation.
Education, not deportation.
Education,
not deportation.
education, not deportation.
Education, not deportation.
Education, not deportation. Education, not deportation.
Education, not deportation.
Immigration is not a crime. Why are people doing time? Immigration is not a crime. Why are people doing time? Immigration is not a crime. Why are people doing time? Immigration is not a crime. Why are people doing time?
Directors, co-directors of this district in Eric Cantor's office. All we asked for was a time, a date, and a place for a meeting with the representative. They had no authority to give that, and the person who could have arranged it was conveniently not in the office. So we sat there and we asked them to call the Washington office and see if they could get an appointment, a time, a date for us. They called and they couldn't get anything to happen. So we stayed and we tried to make sense of this and have them understand that this was not just today we've asked this. We've been doing this for months, years, trying to get a date with Representative Cantor. And it still has not happened.
How long did you wait for any answer?
We waited, half hour or 45 minutes?
Something to that
right
extent.
From the beginning. We said we are here to get a date, a time, and a place to meet with Representative Cantor.
Did he give you a specific answer?
The answer was no answer.
The answer
is continue to contact, and they will schedule and contact.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing that Jay, Joe, and the others have been doing.
Virginia organizers had the same answer from them for at least 2 or 3 years.
So basically you got a runaround from Cantor's office.
Absolutely. Which is what he does to any group, organization, people he doesn't want to meet with. That's why we're asking his constituents to call this district office and try to set up an appointment with their representative, and to drop by and try to set up an appointment with him. And stop allowing him to represent you. Why should he be a representative if he's not representing anybody? That's our question. So we're telling people, call this number, 804-747-4073. Call this office. Keep calling until you see whether or not you can meet with your congressman. Because I don't think, it'll be a blessing if you can, but I tell you what, it's taken us a long time and we still don't have a meeting. And we're not trying to back him up, we're trying to engage with him in some civil discourse around issues that matter. This time we're want to really talk to him about comprehensive immigration reform, because we know the votes in Congress to pass. And with his influence, it could get passed, don't you think so?
It could be done.
But we can't even talk to him to talk with him in a civil manner about the issues of the day. So he's in an echo chamber talking to the same people he always talks to. Even when he has meetings, they are with invited people. And the people he invites are the people that we thinks the same way he does. So what about the average citizen? What about the public? He never has a public meeting. If you go back in the records for Congressman Cantor in the last 4 or 5 years, he has not had a public meeting, a forum about it, nothing. So who is he representing? Well, we got nothing in there today, which is what we've gotten for the past 2 years or more. Nothing.
Thank you.
Particularly, we've got people here from North Carolina. North Carolina, where are you? All right. What's important is that we're here to try to get a meeting with Eric Cantor. And so we went into the office, and what they have done was to set up with the people who are co-district directors to meet with us, not having the authority to set up a meeting with us. Okay? So what we did as a group was to try to keep pressuring them to call somebody to get a meeting set up. And that was our reason for being there. And so for all the time that we were in there, that's what we were doing. And this is what we came out with.
Empty paper.
Now they have promised, as they have promised before, that they will get a meeting set up. We let them know that considering the fact that we had months and years of having had this kind of response, that they couldn't expect us to believe it right now, right? So we shall see. I wouldn't hold my breath, because as you know, Representative Cantor is a very busy man. He is much too busy to meet with ordinary constituents.
Unless you have a minute.
But we shall have to see. So that means that you need to kind of stay around to figure out, to find out, stay in touch. So what's the next step? The next step is whatever you want it to be. You can continue to call this office and make a grand nuisance of yourself to the point that they know your name. Nothing wrong with doing that. You can decide that you want to write letters to the editor about the non-representative representative that you have, who is an invisible person that is too busy, So maybe we need a person who's not so busy, all right? But whatever you decide to do as a citizen, you have the right to do that. Understand that. No one takes away your rights. But the representative has forgotten that. So he needs to be reminded. So however you want to say that, as long as it's civil discourse, we encourage you to do that. Okay? So you have a sheet of paper that has that number on it. You got your paper. If you don't have it, get it. If you lost it, get another one before you leave. 804-747-4073. Now understand that there is a number that is a toll-free number. But if you call that, you get a full mailbox. Okay, they're not answering that message. Somebody here has to answer, and I think after talking with all of us today, they understand that they need to answer the phone, okay? And whether they answer the question, whether they can make an appointment, try anyway. Don't give up, keep on trying. We think one of these days, somebody's gonna say yes. Okay? And that's what we're working for. We're working for a yes. I want to be in a room where I actually see the real Eric Cantor. And I've been with this organization for years, and I still haven't seen this man. Okay? Except on television next to John Boehner with a grin, and I still say that might be a cardboard. Okay? So, I want to be in a room to meet the real Eric Cantor. I want all of you to be sure that that happens. Okay, so when you leave here today, don't leave without a phone number. Don't leave without your personal plan of how to keep calling this office or contacting them and making a royal nuisance of yourself until somebody says, we're going to meet with you. Okay? We're going to meet with you. This is important. Not only immigration is a whole slew of things, believe me, but immigration is where we are right now, and that's what we're going to keep fighting for until it happens, all right? So, go home, get warm, all right? Thank you so much for being here. You are important.